Alright boys, now today we did end up getting another base hero matchday player pick. So the first player that we're going to go ahead and take a look at is none other than Joe Cole. Joe Cole is an 87 rated card. He has the explosive acceleration type, right footed with 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now in order to complete the SBC boys, there are 4 different requirements. It's like an 84, an 85, an 86, and then also an 87 rated team. It is going to cost you like 180,000 coins to complete. Now as of recording the video, Joe Cole is currently going on the market for like 160 to like 170k. So I mean, a very similar price to the SBC. And as you guys probably already know, you can choose between him, Lizarazu, and then also Forlan, man. I feel like Joe Cole is actually going to be a very popular option just because of how good left stick dribbling is this year. Now, he can play the right wing, center attacking mid, and left wing positions. And looking at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, the technical side to his game is very balanced. The 90 dribbling and 88 pace are obviously going to be the 2 standout stats. So if you do prefer kind of like your smaller, more agile type of players that are really good on the ball, I feel like he's most definitely going to fit your style of play. For me personally, boys, the technical playstyle plus is also a very good playstyle plus to have in FC 26, man. So I feel like that's going to be a huge part to his game going forward. One area of his game that I would look to improve with the specific chem style is its 84 shooting. I mean, it's not bad, boys, but it can most definitely be a lot better. 80 attacking positioning and then also 85 finishing. And then I love the fact that he does have the 86 passing, because down that right hand side, we need him to be very clinical, but we're also going to try to create a lot of chances with him. So with the way that the card is set up, boys, when it comes to chemistry styles, he can only have the explosive acceleration type. And I mean, giving him the hunter chem style would be a really good idea. You know, just get the most out of his pace and shooting, get him into really good areas, and use his dribbling and finishing as much as possible. If you do want to maybe run him as like a center attacking mid where he is creating a little bit more, the finisher chem style wouldn't be too bad either to really improve on his agility and balance even more. Now, in terms of playstyles, he does have 5 different playstyles. Obviously, the technical playstyle plus, which is a huge W in my opinion. And then he does also have Game Changer, Incisive Pass, Inventive, and First Touch. And I feel like all of his playstyles for the most part are pretty effective in game. I would say the only real letdown is the fact that he doesn't have Rapid or Quick Step, especially if you do want to play him out wide. So with the way that the card is set up, boys, and the player roles that he does have 2 player role pluses as a wide playmaker, which is obviously... it isn't a player role that a lot of people do actually use in game. And then alongside that, he does have 1 player role plus as a half winger, man. So I will say his player roles could obviously be a lot better, but I feel like using him as that wide playmaker is going to be your best bet. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the SBC, there are 4 different requirements. It is going to cost you like 170,000 coins, and that's kind of like the price that he's going for on the market at the moment. So it's going to be really interesting to test him out in game, see how good and how effective he is this year, and whether or not it's actually worth to complete this card. As always, boys, if you guys do enjoy these FC 26 player reviews and you want to see more videos like this on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as it would be greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Alright boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using Joe Cole, and I must say, man, I feel like out of all the 3 players that you can choose from the player pick, my guess would be that he's going to be the most popular one, man, just because I feel like he's going to fit this year's style of play the most. Now, the plan is to run him down that right-hand side, and we are going to try to use him a little bit more like a wide playmaker. So, you know, create a lot of chances, but also test out how clinical he is. Now, first things first, man, let's go ahead and test out the card's left stick dribbling. Now, it should honestly be the standout stat. The only stat for his dribbling that is a little bit lower is his reactions, but I mean, as you guys can see, he does keep it quite close. I'm pretty sure he's only like 5'7", so a very small build in game. But yeah, man, let's see if we can get off to a good start in game number 1. I'm going to try to maybe overload the right-hand side. Joe Cole, lovely first touch. Fake shot. Probably should have just gone with his 4-star weak foot right there. Boys, I wish that he had inside forward player role plus, man. That honestly would have been ideal. I'm actually going to call him short right here. Joe Cole, nice. Now, this guy is going to defend quite a bit with his 2 CDMs. Now, we do have a little bit of space down the right-hand side. I'm going to try to go over the top, boys. Test out the sprint speed a little bit more. Oh, that's not too bad, boys. With the explosive acceleration type, he is pretty quick. Joe Cole still with it. Great R1 dribbling right there. He is very smooth on the ball, boys. If you do prefer, I know that we went out of play right there, but if you do prefer your smaller, more agile players, he is going to be a pretty solid option. Joe Cole, I thought about spinning him right there. Play through. Great ball. Ekatike finish. That's exactly what we want, boys, as that wide playmaker. You know, pick up the ball, dribble, create a few chances, play like the striker in behind. That's a very good goal. Now, right here, man, we can go ahead and spring into a counterattack. We did signal him to make that run. Play it through. That's a great ball, man. First time as well. Heel to heel. Great acceleration, boys, but do we have the pace? The pace did lack a little bit right there. But did you see like the sharpness in his turn, man? That's what makes him so OP this year. And on top of that, man, a great finish. We did give him the finisher chem style, so obviously a lot better finishing and then also dribbling. Now, I know it's a little bit ratty, boys, but I'm going to go over top again. Yeah, we timed that perfectly. We need a good first touch. And just go for a regular shot, boys. That's another clean finish. I actually wanted to go for a Trivella right there because he does have the game changer playstyle, but it was just a regular shot. If you are maybe a little bit worried about his pace, boys, I mean, you can always give him the Hunter Chem style just to get the most out of his pace and shooting. Now, a little bit of patient build-up right here, boys. We do have Reece James making that run. So now we're just going to play with Joe Cole. What a ball, man. What a ball. We should be able to get to it. Maybe just a little bit too much power behind it. That's my bad. Joe Cole again. I wonder if he's going to step with his fullback. He's not. He kind of like tracked the run. Cole again. Let's just use the technical playstyle plus. Spin him. Cancel that. Nice. 4-star weak foot. Well, you know what, boys? That's a decent attempt. A lot of power behind that shot. All right, boys, straight into game number 2 we go, and so far, so good. I think that it's safe to say, if you do plan on completing the SBC, Joe Cole is going to be a really good option. He's one of those players that definitely fit this year's style of play, you know, like very good on the ball, very difficult to defend against. So if those are the type of players that you prefer, man, definitely try to pick him up. Ooh, this guy did go for a... Did you see the challenge right there, boys? That's kind of crazy. Joe Cole, spin him. Oh, he got that tackle, man. I just tried to shift it very quickly, but he did get the tackle. Dolan, nice. Joe Cole. Back onto his right, back onto his left. Well, this guy is doing that second man press. Great step over. Finesse shot. That's the close control, boys. That is the close control. That is honestly incredible. A little bit of tiki-taka football. Heel to heel. Heel to heel is so underrated, boys. Shot on the volley. Probably should have just kept going in right there. We did have the space to take like one more touch and then go for a shot. I just hit it a little bit too early. Joe Cole, good first touch. Hold it up a little bit. We're just going to take our space, man. That's great R1 dribbling. Absolutely turned him right there. Don't know how he almost got possession right there, but we're good. Joe Cole. You know what, man? That is a little bit lucky. Ball roll. That's insane, boys. That is insane. And how he kept the ball so close right there, I'm not too sure. The low driven was good as well, even though he doesn't have low driven. You know what, boys? I will say for the start of FC26, a very solid player to have in your team. I'm going to call him short right here. Joe Cole, good skill move. Play through. That pass maybe could have been a little bit better, boys, but he did rush out with his goalkeeper as well. So maybe if he didn't rush out with his goalkeeper, it actually would have been pretty good. I didn't want to do a rainbow flick right there, boys. I really didn't, but we do still have possession. He's such a Jamie player, man. Fake shot. Nah, I should have gone for a fake shot right there. He is a very Jamie player, though. Like, he does get a lot to go his way. Joe Cole, let's play that through the middle, boys. A little bit of patient build-up right here. Ekatike, one more. Joe Cole finish. You know what, man? It's a decent attempt, man. The game changer playstyle is actually pretty nice to have. Great tackle, boys. We're keeping the pressure up. Kind of want to maybe go for like a finesse shot. The physicality has been a little bit lower, man. So if your opponent's going to go with like the bruiser playstyle or something like that, he is going to probably be pushed off the ball. But he is quite jammy, so like keep that in mind. Well, boys, if we can get one more goal in this game, we should be good. Now play through. Oh, that's lovely, boys. Joe Cole. Gonna go for the shot. It is a bit of a tight angle. Maybe should have gone for a cutback. Maybe should have gone for a cutback right there. Joe Cole, man. Breaking up the play as well. That's a great skill move. Ekatike, I'm going to go near post. He's actually moved his goalkeeper to the near post, man. That's good from him. Joe Cole, drop that back. There we go. Now play through. Now we just need the pace, boys. Do we have the pace? Up against Lenny Oro. Ball roll. Game changer play style. There it is, boys. That's great physicality to hold off that challenge. The pace hasn't been too bad, so if you do want to give him a chem style, like the Hunter chem style, just to get the most out of that, I feel like that would be a really good idea. But for the most part, man, I feel like he can do everything pretty well going forward. All right, boys, so after using Joe Cole in a few games of division rivals, I think that is safe to say he's a very solid player to go ahead and choose from the player pick. And because he does have the 90 dribbling with the technical play style, plus he's a player that most definitely fits this year's style of play. So if you do prefer kind of like your smaller, more agile type of players that are really good on the ball, he is going to be a great option for you. As you guys saw in some of those highlights, the finishing in and around the box was very solid, and then his passing was actually quite accurate as well. And one thing that I do want to go ahead and mention, boys, is the fact that his physical side to his game was honestly not too bad. Like, he was still very quick with the explosive acceleration type, and then he is also a very Jamie player going forward. Overall, boys, we're going to go ahead and give the value of the SBC like a 7 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him down that right hand side in the 4-3-3 formation. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the SBC, there are 4 different requirements, and it is going to cost you like 170,000 coins to complete, which is a bit steep. Now, as of recording the video, Joe Cole is currently going on the market for like 160,000 coins, so very similar to the price of the actual SBC. So I feel like overall the value is still pretty decent. Now, from the player pick, you can also go ahead and choose Forlan and then also Lizarazu, and I feel like, I know that we've only done a player review for Joe Cole so far, but I feel like he might actually be the best option from the player pick. But obviously, man, we do still have to do a player review for Forlan and then also Lizarazu. If I had to compare him with like a specific type of player, I don't know, man. Maybe like Lamine Yamal, but with like a smaller build in game. I love the fact that he is 4-star. He has a very effective playstyle plus an overall really good face stats. The only real letdown that I did notice with Joe Cole, and this is obviously just us being really picky, is the fact that he could also use another finishing playstyle and then maybe like the rapid or quick step just to add a little bit more going forward. But other than that, man, he has a phenomenal setup. The incisive pass playstyle is incredible. The first touch is pretty decent as well, and he's one of those players that definitely fit this year's style of play. So if you do have the fodder to complete the SBC, I feel like it's a pretty decent SBC to complete, and I feel like Joe Cole is definitely a very solid option. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.